Hovington again, in from the river end. Well, that's a good ball and it beats the outside edge. Hovington gives his mates a little shake of the head. He knew it was close. So Corbett, Bonitcher on strike. One's down the leg side, very good ball again. Close to a wide, but the umpire lets it go. I like that. Hovington gets pushed again. There's a real chance at the striker's end. Throw on the stumps, misses just wide. Hovington doing well. Oh, that one's just the underside edge and it's through to the keeper. So because of COVID, there's no National Inclusion Carnival, which is a shame. But the boys and girls out here today still happy to be playing cricket on this majestic arena. And it looks a real treat after a bit of rain yesterday and the night before. That's a good shot. Oh, what supreme effort diving down there nicely by Justin Nylon. Oh, and he's thrown it and had a shot at the stumps too and knocked the zinger bales off, but Bonitcher was well and truly in his ground. Superb bit of fielding. Zinger bales going flat out. In comes Hovington again. Oh, nice delivery there from Zeb Hovington to round out the over. And they're none for 14. Scott Croden will continue from the Church Street end. Any steams. Good delivery work just to mid-wicket. There's a chance here. Croden does his own fielding, but they scurry through for one.
Scott Croden continuing from the Church Street end.
So I'm doing a little bit of both here, doing the ground announcing and the commentary today. Croden again. That one slashed away, and the man at point does well, getting down. It was Connor Shepherd. That was hit with real force. Croden doing okay here. Just pushed off the offside. This is a good over. Croden in again, and he steams. Oh, that's a good ball too. Corbett trying hard there to drag it from outside off stump to the onside. Not the greatest idea. But he's trying to get his boys going. Gee, that's a good shot. Pow! Straight through the covers. They won't get all the way to the boundary. They'll scurry through for 3. Good running. This one's pushed the offside. Oh, there's a trouble mix-up. No, but he's sent back. Bonitcher gets sent back. It's a very handy over for the fielding side. They're none for 18 after 4.
Change of bowler from the River End. It's number 8, Hayden Hill.
So Hayden Hill from the River End. Change of bowler. Corbett's getting set here, so I like the change of bowler. Hill, a little bit of turn there, gee. A little bit of deviation off the pitch for Hill. I like this change. Hill again. Little short one that's slashed away. Beautiful shot. Stepped across nicely and just swung the willow. And away it goes for 4. Great shot. Maybe a little slippery out there for Hill. There was some moisture about. Blundstone Arena pretty quickly drains away. Hill to Corbett. Short one, and that one smacked directly in the air. It was just wide of the fielder. As I had my binoculars, this ball is rolling directly towards me. I thought it was coming at me really quickly. Didn't get all of it. A little high on the bat, but it managed to get all the way to the boundary. 4 more. So Corbett is quickly shot out to 19. Just a little too short there for Hill. That's okay. Oh, bang! It's in the air. One bounce. There's a man down there, though, nicely. The sweeper playing down there beautifully. It was Hovington. Great fielding. Corbett's on 16. I had him at 19, but that's okay. The scorers know what they're doing better than I do. So he's actually on 16 off 16. A great strike rate for him. And he will get his first look here at Bonitcher. That one's down the leg side for a wide, so we'll have a re-bowl there. Hill in again. That one's just a little short. It's in the air, just wide of the fielder again. 4 more for the South. But, gee, there's been some real chances here. Some risky shots played. They've been hit hard. So the batters are still in. Both with a strike rate of 100 plus here for the South. Short one again. That's a good delivery, and he's sent back quickly. Oh, Hill. Bang, right at the stumps too. And that's the end of the over. After 5, the South are none for 32. just the inside edge here. Got a new bowler at the Church Street end. It is, of course, Connor Shepherd.
Connor Shepherd's the bowler from the Church Street end, number 18.
So he's found the inside edge of Corbett's willow. That's a full one. It's in the air. Swept around nice. It's just going to beat the fielder down there who put in a mighty effort there, Jarrett Lamont. 4 more onto the scorecard for Corbett. That's a good cricket shot, but it's straight to the man at cover. It's good delivery from Connor Shepherd. Oh, that's a massive shot. Bang, 6 runs, and it's caught on the boundary by the man over the rope. But it's 6 biscuits again to Corbett. And he shoots out really quickly to 26. Wow, what a shot. He even gets a little round of applause there from Shepherd, the bowler. He knew it was too full. Shepherd looks good though when he runs in. Arm nice and high. Oh, that's a big swing again from Corbett. No run. Shepherd in again. Nice full delivery. It's swatted away by Corbett. Boundary line. Brilliant fielding. Who's that down there? I think it's Hayden Hill. So beautiful stuff. That's the end of the over. They're none for 43. Got a change of bowler from the River End. It's number 23, Justin Nylon. So it looks like we've got a change of pace here. A spinner coming on. It's a little wide delivery. That's okay for a loosener. I'm joined in the commentary box here by the CEO of New Horizons Tasmania, Belinda Kiddo. How are you, Belinda? Good morning.
Hi, good, thank you.
That's good. Tell us a little bit about your involvement here with the Inclusion Cup.
I'm the CEO of New Horizons Tasmania, and New Horizons have been running since 1986, providing sport and recreation for people with disability across the state. And it's really exciting to see this match today with the boys getting to play on the big stage.
It's resplendent out there today as Nylon comes in. This one's worked to the onside. A quick single here, and they get through for one easily. So tell us about the importance of sport and recreation for those with disabilities.
It is so important. It's about so much more than just sport. It certainly provides that social connection. and building those friendships and confidence in our members, which is super.
And you've had a partnership running with Cricket Tasmania for quite some time now?
We have, yeah. Cricket Tasmania have been a big partner of New Horizons and have certainly helped make these opportunities available to participants to represent their state. And Justin, that's bowling now, has represented his country for cricket as well, so it's pretty cool.
Who was that, sorry?
Justin Nylon.
Who's bowling right now?
That's it.
Conveniently. It's almost like we planned it. What a champ. So he's out here to take the wickets of one of these two openers for the South, who are well and truly set. Bonitcher's 15 off 15 and on strike. Corbett has shot out to 28 off 24. Bit of rip on that one for Nylon. No run. So a good over so far.
Justin travelled to England with the Australian team to play, and that was a massive experience for him and one of his dreams come true.
Unbelievable. And now he's here playing on his home turf. Well, I say home turf. One of the best cricket grounds in Tasmania. Being in Tasmania, that's a good delivery. So do you know where's Justin from? He's from the north of the state?
He's from the north. He lives in Perth, but he's now just moved into an independent living situation in Launceston.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And he comes. I like his approach here too. He's got a lot of Shane Warne about him. He flicked it again. That one's pushed away. So really putting the pressure on here now. Just the one from it. Two rather. They're none for 45 after 7.
Nylon, Shepherd, Blaschke.
In comes Shepherd again. In he comes. Steamy in Connor Shepherd. Pushed away nicely there by Corbett. So we've got a few Australian representatives out there, Belinda.
That's right. Justin was the first, so he was the first to be picked from Tasmania, so he's been away before, but this year there's a crew of them with the partnership with Cricket Tas and New Horizons. We've been able to develop a lot more players and find them throughout the state, and so more are getting opportunities, which is great.
It's unbelievable. Connor Shepherd's one of those players who is steaming in from the Church Street end and just beats the bat there as Corbett was trying to pull him across from off stump again. He's got a good eye though, Corbett. And Joel Corbett's another one of those players too.
He is, so this will be his debut into that Australian squad, which is fantastic.
Unbelievable. Let's see if Shepherd's getting any movement. He is actually. He's getting a little bit of movement across the seam here. And that was a good ball again. So we've got 6 representatives out there for Australia. We've got Craig Blaschke, Joel Corbett, Justin Nylon, Connor Shepherd, Alan Dengate and Zeb Hovington. Have I got that right? Just checking around here with Liam Devlin, the coach of the North. That's slapped away and it's flat and it's 6. Just a little too short there and he hopped on it, Joel Corbett, and smacked it flat. That's a beautiful cricket shot. Shot out to 34, and Liam Devlin did say to me before the game, if Joel Corbett gets going, he'll keep going. How did Shepherd respond? That's a good ball, and worked away to the offside, no run. So 1986, what's that? 35 years.
That's it, yes.
Wow.
It's been a big progression. So we were heavily northern based, and just over the last 3 years we've transitioned to statewide.
Brilliant. Shepherd with a full one. Doesn't get it all, but it's going to race away on this carpet here at Blunston Arena. 4 more for Corbett. And that is the end of the over. After 8, the South are none for 55.
Justin Nylon to continue from the River End.
So here he is, the Australian representative, bowling out now to Blake Bonitcher. That one's pushed away. No run again. So just the 2 off the last over for this man, Justin Nylon, and he's putting the pressure on the batters. It's a good ball. So Belinda, what other programs have you got running at New Horizons Tasmania?
We have lots of programs. We have about 17 different programs, from basketball, swimming, tennis, futsal, craft, song and dance. Most sports that you can think of we cover.
Is it specifically sport that New Horizons is involved in?
Sport and recreation.
Sport and rec, right.
Yes.
Brilliant. What a program. And the disabilities vary?
Yes, we're fully open to, so from 5 years right through to senior adults, and all ability levels.
Wonderful. It's a good delivery from Nylon. He's right on the spot. See why he's represented his country. Now representing the north of the state. Formerly of Perth, now of Launceston. Just got a little bit. In he comes. That's a great ball. Gee, turn too. Bonitcher's getting a little cramped here. It's a good throw in as well, taking the zingers off. So how do people get involved in the program and to assist with the program?
Yeah, so it's just basically giving us a call or jumping on our website, newhorizonstas.org.au. It's a membership, so it's like any sporting club. You join up as a member and then you're a part of that New Horizons family.
Oh, that one's just dropped. Just dropped. It was going 100 miles an hour. He's disappointed. It's Alan Dengate there. It's copped him on the hand. But he's okay. That's the end of that 9th over. The South are none for 55. So we're going to change a bowler from the Church Street end. Oh, bang, that one smacked away by Bonitcher, and that's his first boundary in quite some time. He's found it all right. The bowler is number 7, James Roy. I sound a bit silly when I go from my commentary voice to my to my ground announcing voice, don't I? It's a bit silly, yeah. Anyway, so Roy from the Church Street end. Bonitcher goes bang and sends that one away. Now there's a big chase on here. Dengate does well and restricts them to 3. So great chase. He ran a fair way there, Belinda. So you based in the south or in the north?
I'm based in the north. Yeah.
Launceston?
In Launceston, in the head office there.
Right.
Which is situated out at Mowbray.
You've made your way down the Midland Highway.
We have. We came down yesterday for the practice.
Oh, really? Excellent. Roy with a wide one. Slapped away by Corbett. This one's not going to get there, but a great chase by Jessica Holmes. I think they ran 4 then. They'll be exhausted.
Better them than me.
Yeah, that's correct. I don't think I'm up for it today.
Players had a big dinner last night.
Did they?
Everyone
Where did they
got
go?
together, Dr. Syntax,
Right.
so it was great.
Wonderful. And they all, North and South, get together?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
terrific.
That's the beauty of New Horizons. Everyone encourages each other and it's a big support system.
Pushed away nice there. Chance at the bowler's end. The throw was untoward, but well backed up. A couple of players down there. It was Jess Holmes that jumped behind the ball. It was going like a rocket. Do we have any new players out there today? Anyone making their debut?
We have certainly, because Hobart's a fresh program. We've got some new players out there. And Harry Colgrave from the north is one of our youngest players. He this is his first time on the big stage with the crew.
Wonderful. And what a place to make your debut.
That's it.
Than the carpet-like surface of Blunston Arena. Roy to Corbett. That one's might have a ploy here. There's a chance, but it's just over the top. They might have a ploy here because they've got a man fielding it really short, fine leg. And that's the end of the over. At the halfway point, the South are none for 69.
Thank you, Uncle Pete, for teaching me. Love my mom on guitar. Thank you, girl from Broken Bow, who shot an arrow through my heart. Thank you, Les, for calling nights I needed it just to cool away. Thank you, Vinyl, for the soundtrack to my life, the show been great. Thank you, Mama, for the roll, and thank you, Dad, for the rock. Most of all, thanks to the bulls that bucked me off. Yeah, most of all, thank you, Pete, and every bull that bucked me off.
If that's the way it's gonna be, leave your shiny yellow key on the doorstep and start burning up.
Change a bowler from the southern end, or the river end if you like. Number 9, Chris Milay.
Gonna set this house on.
Chris Milay. Sorry, Chris. Love you, buddy.
Chris Milay just a short one, and it's whipped away nicely for 4. He jumped on that, did Blake Bonitcher. Probably should have asked you, Belinda, before I said his name, how to say his name. But I'm sure he'll forgive me.
The best pizza makers in Perth, Chris Miali's family.
Really?
There's a tip.
I fly through that place quite often in Perth, so I'm known to enjoy a pizza. I better stop in there on my way through. So Miali, how does he respond? That's a good ball. That's a good ball. Cramped him up nicely. Good response.
So this program started with Liam Devlin, Alan Eadie and myself taking a small group of players away to play in the indoor national carnival, and then it's grown from there.
Right. So it started as indoor.
Yeah.
And you moved on to bigger and better things because of numbers increasing?
Yeah, absolutely. And the players really wanted to play outdoor cricket, but we just didn't have the numbers right at the start.
Yep.
And so the program just kept building, and people got their friends involved, and word got out, and here we are.
It's a nice shot, and it's pushed away to the onside. It'll get there for 4. So tell me a little bit more about Liam Devlin. He's the coach currently of the northern side.
He is, and he also is the coach of the Tasmanian side when the carnival's on. Obviously that's been put off for a little bit with COVID.
Yes.
But he is an absolute superstar. He's so much more than a coach. He hates getting recognised for his contribution, but he gives a lot of time. It's all voluntary. And the players just absolutely respect him, and he does so much more than just the cricket. He's their friend and their mentor. He even takes some of the players to go and get haircuts. He's just a superstar.
What a legend. So Liam Devlin, if anyone's out there and you see him, buy him a cup of coffee. We've had a change of bowler, number 22, Harry Colgrave. Like to pump him up, it's his first game, of course. And he's bowling well too. That's just forced to the onside nicely, just through for singles. So Corbett's on 46. And we've just seen a little substitution. One of my favourite players has just come on. Number 2 for the North, Matt Bowen.
Sometimes known as the Bowen Constrictor.
Oh, right. He looks pretty serious down there. He's squatting down here at fine leg. A little clap. He came and sat behind us here a little while ago, didn't he? While
He did.
In the commentary. Now, this is a free hit for a no ball. Can't get out, and it's popped over the top for 4. That's 50 runs up for Joel Corbett. 50 runs for Joel Corbett. Brilliant innings by him. And he's striking it at 131 too. So beautiful batting from the Australian representative. He's been well supported at the other end too by Blake Bonitcher. Opened the batting really well. And none for 84. It's another no ball. So a free hit too. Can't get out unless they're run out. It's been called a wide, so it'll be a re-bowl again and a free hit too. So you know Matt Bowen, the Bowen constrictor, pretty well?
I do. I've taken him away on many a trip and took him away at the age of 21 but when he'd never been a night away from his family. So it was a big step for, probably more so for his parents, letting him go with us. But he came back, or went away a very shy young man and come back pretty much the legend of the carnival. And
so that was for an AFL carnival.
That was an AFL carnival, and since then he's represented AFL as well as cricket. So he's had some great opportunities, and he's a very good golfer too. Let me tell you.
That one swatted away nicely by Bonitcher, and it's gone for 4.
But his family will tell you how sport has changed his life, and he's made some super friendships. He's just, really come out of his shell and living his best life.
So Corbett's going to retire on 51. What a great innings. Brilliant stuff from Joel Corbett. So we've got a new batter coming out to meet out there with Blake Bonitcher. I think it is. Next at the crease, the captain, number 2, Craig Blaschke. We've also got to change a bowler. And the bowl from the river end, it's number 24, Nick Carter. So what can you tell us about Nick Carter?
Nick's also another good golfer, but loves his cricket. Cricket is his main sport, and he's been involved with New Horizons and cricket for a very long time. He was actually one of the few players that were in that initial team that went away for indoor cricket, so he's been here from the beginning. Yeah.
So what year was that?
Oh, you're testing me now. Going back probably 6 years ago.
Wow. And it's becoming, this program in particular with Cricket Tasmania is becoming more and more popular, more and more competitive for players to get into the rep sides and things like that. It
certainly is, yeah. So numbers are growing, it's harder to get in, but Cricket Tas have just done such an amazing job with supporting the program and really promoting these opportunities, and it's fantastic to see that our players are getting the same opportunities as everyone else, as it should be.
And the selfless act of Joel Corbett to retire too, not out on 51 off just 40 balls, that shows that he cares about his teammates too, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and that's one of the biggest things we always hear is the camaraderie between our players and even the different states when we go away is just top notch.
Oh, just through the gate there of Bonitcher. It's a great delivery from Nick Carter. So it's James Hodgman in the keeper's gloves. You can hear him being really chirpy out there. I like it.
Yeah, it's super for him to step up and support when we were down a wicket keeper, for him to jump in and help the boys out. It's great.
So Blaschke pushes it to the onside and he's through for one.
It's Craig Blaschke's birthday yesterday.
Oh, really?
So
Happy birthday, Craig.
he's backed up coming out today, and he's another very talented sports person. He went away for the first time in an AFL Inclusion Carnival and was picked up in the Australian side for that as well. So very talented cricket and footballer.
Carter down the leg side, that's a wide. Blaschke scurries through for one, and Bonitcher wears the kookaburra in the backside. Get through for a couple. So they're nearly up to 100 here, the South. So a good target so far, I'd suggest. Carter comes in again. Just through the fingertips again, just down the leg side, but that'll be called buys, I reckon. It will be. So, Belinda, how long have you been involved with New Horizons?
Well, I started in my role in 2006,
Right.
but I've been involved for a very long time. My mother, Robin Hanson, actually founded the organisation in '86, so I used to go along as a little girl and
You'd have
support and
been
participate.
1 year old, maybe. In comes
Thank you.
Carter. Oh, there's a big shout. No, down leg side. So you've kept it in the family.
We have,
Yep.
yeah. So it's pretty special, and yeah, that passion certainly flows through our family, and now the organisation. We've got very dedicated volunteers. We couldn't operate without our volunteers.
So how do people get involved with volunteering?
Give me a call, or again, jump on the website, and all the information's there, newhorizonstas.org.au, and we'd love to see people get involved. We certainly need some more sports coaches, fundraisers.
Carter again from the river end. Just a wide one again. It's 100. That's 100 runs up for the South. So at the end of 13 overs, they're none for 100. It's a pretty tip-top effort.
It is super, but I'm getting a bit nervous since
Are
I'm
you?
from the north.
So I was going to ask, because where do you sit? I know you're from I'm from the north. I'm from Burnie originally, but I'm a Tasmanian at heart.
Same.
And if I had to choose, I'd go through the list and I'd say, is there anyone from Penguin here?
We've got some Northwest players.
Wonderful. Any Burnie boys or girls?
We've got some Burnie boys, and we've also got some Scotty Crotons from Devonport. Chris Mialis lives on the Northwest now in Devonport as well. Jarrett Lamont's from the Northwest.
Change of bowler from the Church Street end. It's number 30, Jessica Holmes. So Jessica Holmes gets her opportunity on Blunston Arena. I love this, that everyone who wants an opportunity is getting it. It's a full ball, and I tell you what, it beat him for flight. Unfortunately, it was a little bit wide. So we've got people from all over the state, which is great.
We have, yeah. We've got everywhere covered, and we really just, keep wanting to grow that participation. That's what it's all about, everyone getting in and having a go.
So newhorizonstas.org.au is the website if you want to get involved as a participant or as a volunteer.
Yes, please.
And you always need more volunteers. And the rewarding side of things, tell us about how it's shaped your life. I mean, you've been involved since you were a wee little girl, and now you're the CEO. But
I've certainly learnt more from being involved and got more out of it than I think what I've been able to give. It just is so rewarding seeing people's lives enhanced, and seeing that confidence grow right in front of you is amazing.
Blaschke got a full toss. It was very well flighted, just needed to be a little bit shorter, and it would have probably beaten him, but he jumped on the full toss and sent it to the boundary. That's often how these things work, though, Belinda, is volunteering time at the time can sometimes seem like a lot because we're all restricted for time, but every single person that I know that's given time always says it's given me much more than I've given it.
Absolutely.
And that one's high, it's up and it's over. 6.
Yeah, it's...
Comes Jess Holmes. That's a good ball. Oh, and he jumped on it. I tell you what, another 6. Boom. And I've managed to find the Super 6 button here on the iPad thing, so I'm doing okay.
The Blaschke magic.
Yeah, he's just ripped that one. That was a good ball. He just stepped up to it, though, and just sent it into the Ricky Ponting stand. A little bit of Ben McDermott about it. Oh, he swung at that one. That's a great recovery ball there from Jess Holmes. Great delivery.
She'll watch that one on replay a few times, I think.
There you go. I reckon... that Craig Blaschke might watch the previous ball on replay and then she'll watch the second one. Now that's the whole benefit of having it on film, isn't it? In comes Holmes. Flighted nicely. Oh, there's a trouble here, mix-up. And they did well to get back there, did Bonitcher. And that is the end of the 14th over. The South, a none for 118.
Please, let me catch my breath. Let me catch my breath. Let me catch my... Okay, please, let me catch my breath. Let me catch my breath. Let me catch my... Okay, please, let me catch my breath. Let me catch my breath. Let me catch my... Okay, please. Let me catch my breath. Let me catch my breath. Let me catch my... Okay,
So Nick Carter's going to continue from the river end. Oh, just stepped across and it's well fielded by Nick Carter. My name is Tubes Taylor. You're tuned in to the Community Cricket Gala Day. Our first game today is this game you're watching right now. It's the Inclusion North versus Inclusion South. The Inclusion South won the bat flip and selected to go in. We've seen Joel Corbett go out and make 51 off 40 balls and retire. And they're currently none for 118. Bowling right now is Nick Carter into Blake Bonitcher, and he's pushed that to the offside nicely. I'll tell you what, that's a shy on the stumps. It was fast. It was Zeb Hovington, the fielder out there, and they managed to just keep it to 1. Of course, a little bit later on in the day, we've got the Indigenous 11 versus the Pathway 11 coming up next at 12:30 p.m. All live here from Blunston Arena. And then the last game of the day is the ICSL Grand Final. So a big game, big day of cricket here at Blunston Arena. I'm joined by Belinda Kiddo from New Horizons Tasmania. She's the CEO. She's explaining to us how important it is for the folks with disabilities to be involved in sport and recreation. That's a big swing. That's a golf swing, if anything, from Craig Blaschke. It was well wide outside off stump. He swung away. New Horizons has been operating for 35 years in the state. And Belinda's mum founded it. Belinda.
Yes, he did.
So what drove her to find such a great organisation?
She was involved working for Sport and Rec at the time, and she actually went away to a netball conference. We're heavily involved in netball, and the question came up back then in '86: should people with disability allowed to play at this conference? And Mum, being the amazing lady she is, was like, that can't even be a question. Of course, everyone should be allowed to play sport. And from there, she came back and decided that, right, we needed to have a club developed just the same as we had our netball club to go to, so that everyone could feel included and not judged, and make friendships. And yeah, from there, New Horizons was born.
And you said firsthand the development of these folks out here on the field. It brings them out of their shell.
Absolutely. Like, there is so many just amazing stories.
Blaschke swings hard. It's high. It's up. It's dropped. Wow. Well, a chance gone begging then, and there was a man underneath it, and it was Justin Nylon.
He will not be happy with himself.
You can tell he's not. You can see him shaking his head here at Blundstone Arena. He's disappointed. Blaschke just got caught a little high on the bat there, and it skied up. They're tough to catch. It's a little blustery out there on Blundstone Arena, a little bit of breeze about, and it was a high one. Carter will be disappointed, but he steams in again. This time to Bonitcher. This one's pushed to the offside. They sneak through for one. Chance, and it's a good shot at the stumps. The umpire says no, he's home. That was Zeb Hovington. He's hit the stumps 3 or 4 times today now.
Good arm.
So a couple of real chances here for the North. One drop catch at mid-on. One chance of a run out. Hovington did well. It's Blaschke on strike. He's 19 off 9. That one's pushed to the onside rather. And they get through for one with a single ball remaining in this over. The 15 over mark, I think the coach of the South, Stewie Schultz, would be pretty happy with this effort so far. None for 124. That's a big bash score. So the last ball here of the 15th over. And what I like about Nick Carter is he's bowling in some real fast sunnies. He's got the sunglasses on and he's steaming in. A little bit of extra breeze rolling over the top of the ears with his sunglasses. This one's pushed the offside rather. Chance here at the non-striker's end, and he dives. Does Bonitcher, and he gets through. So that's the end of the 15th over. The South are none for 125. And Belinda Kiddo, the CEO of New Horizons, Taz, it's been terrific to have you here to give us some sort of an insight, as that is the end for Blake Bonitcher. He's going to retire on 40 off 40. So terrific effort by him. But really appreciate you coming up and giving us some sort of insight to what these programs mean for those boys and girls that are involved, Belinda.
Thank you.
Is there anything you'd like to say to those out there tuning in online to the live stream if they'd like to get involved with New Horizons Tas?
No, just, please. It's the most amazing organisation, and these guys out here, as you can see, are just wonderful, and it's so good to be involved. So jump on our website or give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you.
Website again is newhorizonstas.org.au. Belinda Kiddo's the one to reach out to there. Thanks so much for your time, Belinda. Change a bowler from the Church Street end. It's number 10, Jarrett Lamont. So in comes Lamont. We've actually had a change in the commentary too. We've got the CEO of Cricket Tas. So from one CEO to another, we've got the CEO of Cricket Tas, Dom Baker. Welcome, Dom.
G'day, Tubes. How are you, mate?
Great, mate. And it's great to have you involved and great to be a part of this today. How important is it for Cricket Tas to be involved with programs like this?
Oh, it's hugely important. We've been looking forward to this day for a while, and you know, during COVID, when a lot of the national championships for these guys were cancelled, Smithy and I made a decision that we were going to move heaven and earth to get a intrastate tournament up, and so this is, you know, the culmination of a lot of hard work, and what a terrific day. You know, these guys were super excited this morning before the toss, so it was just wonderful.
Now, it really is. You can see the excitement on their face of the boys and girls out there today. And there's a big shout, not out. The umpire shakes his head. But the confidence that you see, we had Matt Bowen, one of the players from the north, up here, very quiet, sitting behind me. You could tell he was excited. Then he went down and he got subbed onto the field, and he changed.
Yep.
He was just pumped up. He was chatty and he was clapping, and that's a big swing from Blaschke. But it's really important for the community, and I'm sure it's important for you, for your organisation.
Oh, absolutely. And the great thing about cricket is it covers professionals like the programs we have, right through to all abilities, all ages, you know. So what a wonderful game it is, and great to showcase it on a day like today.
That's a good delivery. Gee, he's just got bat on that into the pads.
Bowling well here.
It really is. This is his first over.
Well, I think the other thing, James, is we've seen some great cricket.
We have. Well, none for 126 after 15 and a bit overs. It's, as I said, that's a big bash score, Tom. Lamont. Wide, outside off stump. It's called a wide too. Gee, I thought it might have just been inside the popping crease.
I reliably informed that it was young Blaschke's 18th birthday last night, so he's doing a really good job, showing no ill effects from any celebrating.
I think I've called him a few times in a couple of cricket games and maybe a few little Aussie rules games too. That's gone!
The zing bails.
They're off. Lamont gets the wicket. And the captain, Craig Blaschke, departs for 20 off 13.
I gave him the moz there, didn't I? I was just
commentator's curse.
The commentator's curse, but that's a culmination of a good over there, because a few dots in there, just building a bit of pressure.
So Lamont with the breakthrough. The captain, Craig Blaschke, departs for 20 off 14, bowled by Jarrett Lamont. So we've got a new batter coming out. I think it might be Bailey Menzies. So he really did put the mockers on him. He's going to blame you, Dom.
He is going to blame me. He's a good young fella too. He does float around our organisation a bit.
I've seen him a few times at Hurricanes games and things like that.
He has really been a flag bearer for this form of cricket too. So we roll him out a bit. So he'll be filthy with me.
It's Liam O'Sullivan actually out there. We'll have to wait until we get a positive identification. It's a little wide.
New batter at the crease, number 1, Liam O'Sullivan.
I really changed from my commentary persona to my ground announcer's persona. I've got to try and find a happy medium.
Well, it's all that Big Bash ground announcing you've been doing. That.
I really had a good time this year, Dom, I tell you. The hub was terrific, wasn't it?
Yeah, look, great for Tassie cricket to be able to kick the BBL season off, and you know, an important year for BBL too. With you know, being BBL 10 years of the competition, and you know, with a few different rule changes and just spicing the comp up a little bit. Ratings have been sky high, and I think Big Bash as well and truly back.
Yeah, like I said, I had a great time. I'm involved here at the Hurricanes as the ground announcer. Been for 3 years, and this year was probably the best fun that I think we've all had.
Yeah.
Obviously, the result wasn't ideal with the boys lucking out in that last game. Back into the attack is number 23, Justin Nylon. I've said his name about 6 different ways. I think it's Nylon.
I think it's Nylon too, and he's Australian representative. I think you've already been speaking about that, but he's our first too, so he's been a trailblazer for us.
Cut a path.
And I tell you, I was watching him bowl side on, and geez, he gets a nice bit of loop on the ball.
Yeah, I said it before when we were chatting with Belinda Kiddo from New Horizons Taz, that he's got a little bit of warning about him.
Yeah.
He's got the number 23 on his back.
I think he's done a bit of modelling there.
Has he really?
Hopefully he's not modelling his social life.
No, you'd hope not.
But,
we might have to get a blonde rinse through him.
Yeah, we could do that. But he's a good cricketer, Justin. He'd be disappointed he dropped the catch earlier, but he'll make up for it here, I reckon.
Well, he's bowling beautifully, and unfortunately called a wide here. His current figures are none for 3 off 2. Happy with that.
What do you think about the zing stumps?
I'm
great addition to today's play.
When I went out there today and I saw it, I got a little bit excited.
Yeah. I've got to tell you, it's taken the collective brains trust of Cricket Tasmania to work out how they actually functioned. We had to get
that's a good delivery.
That's a beauty. We had to get someone under the age of 25 to work the technology, but no, I think this looks great, doesn't it?
It really does. I saw them out there before and I thought, who's going to operate this? It certainly wouldn't have been Ben Smith that got it happening. As Nylon comes in again, he's popped up. Oh, it's just going to land safe there for Parbs. So we've had another retirement, of course.
Bonitcher.
PJ Parbs. I need to give him a little shout out, don't I? So MJ Parbs is out there. Oh, that's a good delivery again. Beaten in flight there was O'Sullivan.
Nice wicket here today too, Tubes, prepared by Kelsey, our young female curator.
Yes.
She was given the task to get the wicket ready for today.
Oh,
well
that's
bowled.
a great delivery too. Just beaten in flight there was O'Sullivan. So he departs, and they are 2 for 130. Liam O'Sullivan departs for naught. The South are now 2 for 130. The wicket taker was Justin Nylon.
Bit of a comeback here by the North, isn't it? With some strong bowling.
Yeah, it's a funny game, cricket. You can be flying, and then you can crash.
Kookaburra Cup final on tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, very excited about that.
Same wicket, so be a few people watching the stream today, I reckon, just to see how that's behaving.
Next to the crease, number 9, Tyson Parbs.
So there's a couple are playing possibly today, maybe. No, I'm just looking at the list of the Cricket Tasmania Pathway 11. I don't think there's anyone out there who's playing tomorrow that's playing today. We've got a few solid players out there that'll be playing in the next game. Nylon. That's well defended there by Parks.
End of a good over there.
Yeah, very good over. Wicket maiden. Of our fruit. So after 17, they are 2 for 131.
North just put the brakes on a little bit, haven't they?
Jarrett Lamont will continue from the Church Street end.
The other wonderful thing about this program, of course, is we've got a lot of our staff that get involved in it. And, you know, where Jimmy Faulkner took the boys for training last night.
Really?
Yeah, which is absolutely fantastic. Well, he's one of our favourite sons, but loves to give back to the game, Jim.
That one's pushed away to the onside. Nicely done. Get through for one. So the Parves brothers are out there. Tyson and MJ. Tyson's on strike. Yet to get off the mark. And Lamont is bowling really well. He's got 1 for 4. Pushed away to the offside, no run.
Yeah, I've liked the way Lamont's bowled. Very steady, pushing into the breeze there. So
it's the James Faulkner end, isn't it?
It is,
Loves
yeah.
to bowl from that end.
Top of off he's aiming for, and he's bowling nicely.
Pushed away again, nicely done.
Very solid.
MJ's on strike now. So the next game coming up is the Indigenous Invitational 11 and the Cricket Tasmania Pathway 11. It's due to kick off at about 12:30. Got a pretty big game on our hands here, though, as that one snicked through slips. And they'll get through for at least one. Well, there's 2 they get through easily in the end. The throw coming in from Chris Milay.
I think he might be a bit filthy with that, saying that it was a snick. I think that was guided.
Guided, sorry.
Guided down to,
I have to be very
to
careful.
third man there.
I thought it was just good bowling from Jarrett Lamont finding the edge, not necessarily the shot. But you were probably right, Dom. You've seen a lot more cricket than me. And that one's beaten the outside edge this time.
Well, that's spoken like a number 6 too, who used to guide the ball off the edge a lot, you know.
Well, I was a number 1 because I knew that if I opened the batting, I'd get a bat.
Yeah, that's true.
And even though sometimes it only lasted a couple of overs.
You got out there.
You got out there. Lamont again, right on the spot. That's a good shot. Driven nicely to player at mid-off.
Yeah, he's got a great line, Lamont, isn't it?
And because he's nice and tall, he's getting a good amount of bounce too. So that's the end of the 18th over. They are 2 for 135. Back into the attack from the river end. It's going to be number 5, Zeb Hovington. Gave that one a little bit more mayonnaise there, Tom.
Yeah, it's nice. I noticed. Is it because I'm here with you? You just want to get your contract renewed?
I'm trying to get my contract renewed, yeah.
He bowled very well in his first spell.
He really did.
Didn't get any luck, but
no
he
reward,
well.
yeah. 2 overs for 5. So into his third. That's a fuller one. Just beaten there. Almost a wide to down leg side, but the umpires are being quite lenient with that one, which I think's great. If a batter's going to move across the stumps like that.
Yeah. We saw it last night, didn't we, in the BBL final? A couple of batters coming down the wicket and no balls or wides called.
Let's just push to the offside. Hovington's on fire.
I'm reliably informed the boys from the north dropped into the Dr. Syntax last night, Tubes, for team dinner.
This is the north and the south, I think.
They went together,
They got together, yeah, which is terrific.
And of course, that's the added bonus to having these tournaments. Is it's not just the cricket for these guys; it's the socialisation that goes with it. And
that's how cricket is for all of us, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
that's right.
It's a social game, and as competitive as it can be once you get over that rope, it really is important for social development. Oh, gee, he's bowling well, isn't he, Hovington?
Yeah.
And they went to a fine establishment too, didn't they?
They did, the good doctor, and
just went for a checkup.
Yeah. Noel Sandy Bay boy spent some time in the doctor over there.
I was going to say, I imagine you're the sort of fella that's spent a few days and nights in that area.
Yeah,
not consecutively.
Sometimes in the same 24 hours.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful, wonderful little spot. But great socialisation, I think, is a key part of this. It gets not just for the players either; it's the families. So the whole family comes down, and it's really a great way to get people together.
Hovington again with some great line and length bowling. And that's the end of the over.
That's a ripper, wasn't it?
A
Great
maiden.
over. Little shout out to James Hodgman as well, who's behind the stumps. Did you know, James, that the North had their wicket keeper pull out? So James decided to that he would fill in for them, which is absolutely fantastic.
That is great.
Great young fellow from the Hutchins School, and they're big on community stuff. So well done, James.
Colgrove again. That one's worked to the onside. Might actually be Connor Shepherd. It is. New bowler from the Church Street end, number 18, Connor Shepherd. I'm really excited about this next game because the coach of the Indigenous Invitational 11 is my man, Chalky Gray. Guy Gray. One of the great Burnie people.
He is. A great fella, Chalky.
I'd love to get him up here because I've got a bit of a bone to pick with him.
We'll get him up here for sure.
Yeah, I was in grade 9 and I took Mum down to get my first good cricket bat. Do you remember buying your first good cricket bat? As Shepherd comes in. That's a good delivery again. I'm being a little self-indulgent telling one of my anecdotes here, but went down to the local sports stop that Chalky walked in, and I walked in and I was in awe because he was a Burnie Dockers footballer in the long sleeves, the number 33, and he was one of my heroes. I walked in and I said, "Oh, g'day, Chalky," as Shepherd comes in again. It's flicked around nicely and they get through for 1.
Nice running.
So Chalky's there and he says, "G'day, Tubes, here to buy your first cricket bat." Yeah, and I want Ricky Ponting's. I want the Ridgeback, the Kookaburra Ridgeback. And he said, "Right, here's a limited edition Kookaburra Ridgeback." And I said to Mum, I'm starting to take my cricket pretty seriously. I'm opening the batting. I've got to have a good bat. It was $400 and something back in the 90s, which is a fortune. In comes Shepherd. That's high. It's a good hit. It's going to land right at the feet of a fielder down there. I think there was no real chance of a catch there because it's just too far, just out of the clutches there, and they get through for a couple. So Mum said yes. And I have a bone to pick Chalky because it never made me any runs.
I think that's what they call user error, isn't it?
I don't know. It was just... I wonder whether... He wouldn't remember it. He would have sold 1,000 cricket bats, Chalky. Pushed away nicely. They'll get through for at least 1. They do, just 1, well fielded.
Good cricket this over. It's been really well bowled by Shepherd, but the brothers here are just rotating the strike really well, getting a few singles and keeping the scoreboard
rotating the
ticking
strike
over.
nicely, isn't it? It's the end of the over. They are 2 for 139, and that's actually the end of the innings, Dom. Gee, that crept up on us.
It's all about your cricket. bat anecdote there. Just
So at the end of the innings, the South end up on 2 for 139. The North will be chasing 120 for victory. Well played in the end. Parves ends up the MJ variety. He ends up on 4 off 9 not out. Tyson Parves with 6 off 14, so held up an end there nicely, did Tyson. Of course, we had a couple of retirements with Bonitcher ending up on 40 off 40 balls. Joel Corbett made his 50 and retired off just 40 balls, so a great effort from the South.
Yeah, good opening partnership, wasn't it? And then I think the North guys really clawed back with some tight bowling towards the end of the innings, and that'd be a gettable target, I reckon, on a nice wicket. Kelsey's going to put the roller over it again just to flatten it out, but I think they'd be happy with that. Both teams would be happy with that performance.
I think so. I think they got away to a great start. They were none for 69 after the first 10, and so they've nearly doubled their, they've doubled it, which is good. So they're going at about 69 per 10 overs. So the run rate required is about 7 and over.
Yeah,
so
that'll be a reasonable chase. Of course, we've got the short boundary here on the Ponting stand side, so boundaries are very accessible on that side of the ground. And we saw both Bonitcher and Corbett make use of that, didn't we? Corbett in particular, he hit some beautiful flat.
Yeah, a couple of real flat
shots
rippers
through mid-wicket and square leg.
We've just had an adjustment to the scoreboard. So Bonitcher actually got 37, retired, and Corbett got 54. So somehow there was a 3-run discrepancy there. Blaschke ended up, he got bowled off Lamont for 20, and Liam O'Sullivan was the other wicket, bowled by Nylon for naught. We'll take a quick break here, but be sure to tune in for the second innings in this big game between the Inclusion North and the Inclusion South. Thanks for tuning in. Of course, the Community Cricket Gala Day happening here at Blunston Arena all day. Our next game, the Indigenous 11 versus the Pathway 11, and the ICSL Grand Final from 4:30. If you'd like to get involved with New Horizons, it's newhorizontaz.org.au. We'll be back shortly. So the North are chasing 140 to win.
Sun's come out, Tubes. That wicket will be getting better and better with every minute.
Yes. It'll dry. It was quite hard out there this morning, despite the weather we've had. So obviously, the groundskeepers are doing an amazing job.
Yeah, there's the great Clive Rose striding across the turf there after a very steady 50-odd yesterday from Kingborough.
Doesn't look sore at all, does he?
No, he doesn't. No, he's a laconic lad, is Clive. You know, I've been hassling him about that man bun.
Oh, well,
really
I'll tell you.
The man bun should be removed from cricket.
I nearly said something about him having cornrows initially at the start of the season. I'm glad he got rid of those.
Yeah.
It's part and parcel with Clive Rose, though, the man bun.
I tell you, he is extremely popular. When we go out and do stuff in schools and community, the kids just flock to Clive. They love him.
He's a desirable human being, isn't he?
He is.
To open the batting for the North, it's number 5, Zeb Hovington, and number 18, Connor Shepherd.
Brought the big guns out early, the North, haven't they? They're
really have.
They're very competent young cricketers. Let's see how they both bowled well, didn't they? So let's see how they handle the bat.
And to open the bowling for the South, it's number 6, Blake Bonitcher. So they'll be chasing 140 to win here, the North. So just see a few fielding adjustments. Pretty standard field. No one in the deep. I know they're just sending a man to... No, he's just in. It'll be just inside the circle as they come in. So no one outside the circle. Fielding in nice and tight. It's a good delivery. Bowling in a hat too, Blake. I like that, Dom.
Yeah, a little bit of sun out there today. Sun smart. Like the great Cat Colegrave with the hat on.
Yes. Oh, there's a nick. And it's running away here. It won't get to the boundary. But good areas for Bonitcher.
Yeah, on the spot early there.
Right on it. They get through for 2. Cat Colegrave. Wow.
Down at the Longley Bunyips these days.
Heard he took about 5 for 4 or something like that down there for the Bunyips recently. It's pushed away to the offside.
Got to bowl his 10 straight down there. Doesn't know. Seizes up, I think, after the break. But
he comes in off about 4 steps now, doesn't he?
Yeah. I think it used to come off 12. I think he's halved it down to 6 now.
Swing. It's up. It's just over the man at point. They're getting back for 2.
Good running.
Very
good running. Bonitcher's on the spot, though, wasn't he? He's creating some chances.
Certainly is, Dom. So if you're just tuning in, it's the Cricket Tasmania Community Cricket Gala Day here at Blundstone Arena. It's Inclusion North versus Inclusion South. The Inclusion South boys won the toss and went in for a bat. They ended up putting it 2 for 139 on the board, setting a target for the North of 140 to win. My name's Tubes Taylor. I'm joined in the commentary box by CEO of Cricket Tasmania, Dom Baker. Bonitcher, right on the spot again. You're absolutely right, Dom. He's bowling superbly. And that's the end of the over. They're none for 4.
Good start by Bonitcher. He'd be happy with that. But very aggressive, the batters, aren't they? They certainly didn't leave anything in the locker. Swinging hard.
And that's the way to come out in T20 cricket, isn't it?
Yep.
Just have a look at it and then go for it. Looks like we're going to have Bailey Menzies come in. New bowler from the Church Street end is number 4, Bailey Menzies. I'm sure you've got plenty to do today, Dom, so I won't keep you for too long, mate. But days like this are really important for Cricket Tasmania, aren't they?
Oh, look, just they are so important, and you know, we're a very visible organisation at the top end of our programs. You know, so our WNCL, our WBBL, our BBL is all stuff that people see a lot of. Nice bit of fielding there, but these days are so important because cricket is a hell of a lot more than just you know, that top end of our program. So to be able to put on what we've been able to put on today, and I think, as I said earlier, you know, due to COVID, we were unable to send people away on representative tours. So this is a great way to make up for that.
Menzies with a nice line, nice length.
Well left too. Yeah, so it's there's been a lot of planning put into this. We have a Hurricanes Foundation which has paid for it as well, which I think is important to members to mention. So the Hurricanes Foundation is the non-for-profit arm of our business that we pump back into community cricket.
And if there are people out there listening that want to get involved with the Hurricanes Foundation, how do they do it, Dom?
They can get onto our website and they'll follow the links through. But and we'll put a lot of today's vision up on that website so people can see where the money goes. But we had a wonderful Tigers Golf Day late last year.
There's a big swing and a top edge flying away over the top of slip. No real chance there, but I think they'd be happy to be finding edges like this, Menzies and the South boys.
Yeah, they're right on the spot, aren't they? Yeah, so we had a golf day late last year for Tigers Foundation. Plenty of people turn up. This is where that money goes. So, you know, I think we raised $7,000 or $8,000, and you know, to bring sides from all around the state down here over a long weekend's not cheap, but it's great that money's been put aside. And I think it's a really great use of it to bring the community together. And
it's not just about money either, is it? It's about services and things that businesses around Tasmania can provide for that Hurricanes Foundation.
100%. So things like the accommodation, the transport, all that type of stuff costs money. But yeah, look, it's wonderful to, after the frenzy of the Big Bash, to be able to do something that's a lot more closer to our hearts, grassroots and right next door.
I like the move here. They've put in a fly slip.
Yeah, unusual. Don't see it very often, but
don't. But
has gone there a couple of
times, and that's smart work by the captain out there, Craig Blaschke.
Yeah, he's on top of his game.
Yep, you'll be watching. There he comes into play with an underside edge, and he has a shot at the stumps. No luck. They get home.
That's astute commentary from you to pick that out. Choose.
Yeah.
Came in there nicely.
Ricky Ponting like.
Yeah, and then came straight into play. We saved a couple of runs there.
Certainly did. So after 2, they're none for 11. Which, funnily enough, Dom, the opposition were none for 11 after 2 as well.
Well, we might have a real game on our hands here.
I think so. So coming up today, of course, I did mention this a few times, we've got the Indigenous 11 versus the Cricket Tasmania Pathway 11, and then later on in the evening, about 4:30, it kicks off the ICSL Grand Final. That's kicking off.
If you're not doing anything this afternoon, it would be a great piece of entertainment to come and watch that last game, because they are absolutely mad about their cricket. And for them to be playing here today, they are so excited about it. So be worthwhile popping in if you're driving past and haven't got anything else on.
I remember last year they were insane for it. That's a good ball again.
You'll see some good cricket too. There's some good cricketers in that competition, and Raj, who runs the comp, is just so incredibly passionate about the game. And
they're mad for it, aren't they? It's amazing.
Yeah. And once again, it's fantastic to be able to get them out here on this ground. And what a shot!
That was cracked away One of the most pure cricket shots you'll see here at Blunston Arena. What a great shot by
Beautiful.
Connor Shepherd. Smashed away for 4. Got myself a little show bag here, Dom.
That's lunch for you,
Oh,
mate, I
lunch.
think. Yeah.
Gee. Crikey.
I don't know whether I've been looked after with lunch. I might get into that bag before I leave.
I think they've packed me for 4 or 5 days.
Oh, well, you got to keep up your sustenance, Jeeves. It's hard work, this commentary.
Well, gifted someone like you to sit next to and talk to. It's easy. There's a big shout. There's a bat on that, I think.
I like the way this young bloke's bowling. He's really got it on the spot, hasn't he?
From ball 1, too. It's well worked again off the hip there by Shepherd. And they get through for 1. Now, we talk about the community cricket. It's flying at the moment. We've got on Monday, tomorrow, the Kookaburra Cup final between North Hobart and University.
Yeah.
University have got some handy ins,
They have.
I've heard.
The Australian Test captain's one of those.
One of those, yeah. As well as possibly our man, the finisher, James Faulkner, coming back from injury too. And I'll tell you, he was flying before he got injured.
Well, you know what he's like. He was flying, and he does like to let you know too when he's going well.
Does he?
James, yeah, he's one of those fellas. But I like that about him.
That's another great
That's a
shot off the
beautiful
back foot. Just perfectly timed. And 4 more. So an expensive over here for Bonitcher. And that is the end of the over. They're none for 21. So that'll be, I think they're filming that on the Frog Box. That'll be on the Cricket Tasmania website.
Absolutely. Be a good game. Rematch too after the 2020 finals, the same teams. So playing, I think, almost on the same wicket too. So we're over close, as we mentioned before, to the Ponting stand, and Caleb Jewell absolutely tore them apart.
Berserk, didn't he?
Yeah, at the last start. So I know the great Damien Wright, coach of the University Lions, won't be, he'll be seething and looking for revenge.
Change of bowler from the Church Street end. It's number 2, Craig Blaschke, the captain. No, I'm sure that Caleb Jewell, who absolutely slugged them that night in the T20 final, I watched that at home, just sitting on the couch. That's the beauty of live streaming these days. You can do it from anywhere in the world, on your phone or on your couch with your laptop on your lap or on your smart TV, whatever you want to do. As Blaschke comes in, geez, he's got a fast action, hasn't he?
Yeah.
That's a good line and length too from the captain. But it was a wonderful game of cricket, that T20 final.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great game tomorrow too. I think the 50 over might suit University a little bit better too. So once again, if you're not up to anything tomorrow, it'll be a great little way to spend a few hours. I know I will.
Shot.
That's a great shot, cracking shot.
Wow.
That's a long boundary down there too.
It raced down
And that
there
has
too.
raced there.
Absolutely flying the carpet here. It was a little bit sticky when I went out this morning, but I'm sure that sunshine, once those clouds burn off, has got down to the grass here, and we've got great drainage here at Blunston Arena.
Yeah, a lot of rain, as it has been all around the state, but a lot of rain here yesterday, and it was a little bit damp underfoot this morning, wasn't it? But a little bit of wind, bit of sunshine. Beautiful out there now.
It's a good shot off the hip. Good effort to stop it down there by
the
Sam
bowling's been
McKibben.
good, hasn't it? But I tell you what, the Northern batsmen are more than up to the task here, aren't they?
Yeah, just squirting it everywhere, aren't they? And seeing a bad ball, and there's been a couple of absolute cracking cover drives, and that straight drive there from your man Zeb Hovington was beautiful too.
Yeah, he absolutely smoked that, didn't he?
Of course, the WNCL's on at the moment too, Dom.
Yes, and 2 wins from 2 for the Tigers. And look, we had to go into the room of mirrors after the WBBL and have a little bit of a
Good hard look.
A good hard look at where we were at. Obviously the conditions of that tournament were very strange as compared to what we're used to, but we had some subpar performances there. But all credit to Sally Ann and Dan Marsh and Sarah McGlashan and the coaching crew, because well run again there, because they've really got our girls up and about for this tournament, and I do think that we are much better suited to the 50 over game than the 20 over game. We're not a power team. We work our way into innings, and you saw that the last 2 games where we've worked into good scores.
Blaschke sends this one down to Hovington. Hovington defends the offside. No, I agree with you. I look at our lists from a Cricket Tasmania perspective, and in all formats, I think our list is pretty strong, as strong as it's ever been.
Yeah.
In both the male and female varieties of the game. It's just a matter of trying to figure out our strengths, our weaknesses, and getting the sides,
And we're in that position now where we've got a few young guys that are going to get opportunity, and we'll see whether they're going to be what we think they're going to be.
Yep.
And similarly in the female program as well. Young Amy Smith's played a lot of cricket at national level already at the age of 15.
New bowler from the River End is number 1, Liam O'Sullivan.
Gave him a little bit of extra mustard.
That was excellent.
Was all right?
Yeah. So, I think you're right, Chibs. I think we did the investment in youth over the last couple of years. Now we're going to see whether, where they're at. It was good to see young Laurie Niles-Smith yesterday knock over Tim Payne. I mean, that's almost like the different ends of our spectrum, isn't it? The ageing warrior versus the young Turk. And
I've got a bit of a soft spot for Lawrence Neil-Smith, and that's purely been driven by my Sheffield Shield co-commentator Peter Newlands. Peter Newlands loves him, Lawrence Neil-Smith.
It says Peter. I think Peter knows his
dad.
Yeah, that's right.
They're both from. I think they went to school together, but that's a good ball to start with and well fielded. Great cricket all round. Well run.
Yeah, look, and you watch Lawrence run in, and he looks all over the athlete, doesn't he? He was part of the Swans Junior Footy Academy.
Was he really?
Yeah, he did some basketball program stuff. He's got to put a bit of meat on.
Yeah. I can help him in that regard, as that's uppish and it's pulled away nicely, unfortunately, to the right-hand side of the fielder there, and it's
beautiful
punched to the boundary.
I did say to him that he's got 1 year to get bigger biceps than me, otherwise he's out. I keep reminding him of it too, so I don't know where he didn't quite know how to take it when I first told him. But
I tell you, Dom, he is a very tall, lanky unit, and comes in at. There's not a scrap of meat on him.
No. The thing I like about Laurie as well is he hangs around with the bat, which is a skill for bowlers now, which we really look for, and he won't give his wicket away.
Yeah, there was a game last year where he played with the Tigers.
WA, first Shield match.
Yeah.
Got Tim Payne a century.
That's up.
He's underneath
maybe be a no ball. Going back with the flight. Oh, that's hard catch there for Blaschke, going back with the flight. Wasn't a no ball.
I think in WA last Shield season, this is the first Shield match, and Tim Payne was looking like running out of partners, and Laurie hung around for a long time to see him get his century, which the captain's got a soft spot for him now. So
let him get his wicket on the weekend.
Yeah. Well, I don't know whether that was the case, but
great ball there.
Yeah, nice bowling
from O'Sullivan. Just popped up a little. So there's plenty of cricket happening. We've got the Shield coming back, a couple of matches down here as well.
Yeah, looking forward to getting the red ball cricket back and running.
Forever changing the roster, isn't it?
The schedules, yeah. Look, it's just all over the place at the moment for obvious reasons, but
Gee, that's great effort
field.
in the field.
Bonitcher again.
Yeah. He's a goer, isn't he?
Yeah.
So it's a no ball. We'll see a free hit here. So can't get out.
But the girls have had a wonderful start, Cheebs, as you said before, and you know, it's credit to the guys who have gone back and had a really good look at our program. Great to see Nicola Carey
amongst the runs.
Yeah, and how unlucky was she last hit, being run out at the non-striker's end by the old finger-tipper. Nothing worse in cricket.
It happens, doesn't it, unfortunately.
Wasn't very happy about it either.
No. Liam O'Sullivan with a great recovery ball there. In comes O'Sullivan.
Oh, well bowled.
Yeah, very well bowled. That's the end of the 5th over. And they are none for 39. So just sneaking in front.
I'm going to give you one more over, Chief.
Yeah,
and I'm going to
I was going to
go off and
say,
do a few things. And
I'm sure you've got plenty to do on a Sunday at the cricket.
Yeah, I'm here. I've got to go down to the canteen and get myself something and do all those important things.
There's a huge bag of food here.
Yeah, you'll be right. You get into that. Well, you've got the Black Death as well.
Yeah, a little can of excitement.
Cola.
Can of excitement. No, I really appreciate you coming up, Dom, and spending a bit of time with us here. You know, giving some insight to Cricket Tasmania and your time at the top.
I'm going to pop back up during the Indigenous game for a few overs as well.
It'll be good to have you back at one of those too. Give us an insight to some of those players as Blaschke's going to continue.
It's been a pleasure. It's a great game going on out here today, and what a wonderful combination it is between Cricket Tasmania and New Horizons to put this stuff on. So, well done. I think Ben Smith's going to step in after me, who's our head of community cricket, who's put a power of work into.
I was going to ask his official title because I don't know what he does, to be honest. Anyway, in comes Blaschke.
Well, I only really found out this week. That is very harsh because I do know what he does. I've coached junior cricket and he used to poke his head over the fence at Sherbet Oval just to make sure I wasn't swearing, doing anything inappropriate, teaching the kids the wrong way. But no, all going well. All right, Cheebs, I'll come back later.
No, I appreciate you coming in, Dom. Dom Baker, the CEO of Cricket Tasmania. Appreciate your time. That's a big shout, not out.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you so much, Dom Baker there. Heading off to do official duties and do something that's more important than talking smack to me. So Blaschke from the Church Street end. Steaming in. It's a good shot again. A nice bit of willow does Connor Shepherd. Seems to be rolling off it beautifully. The Icon blade. I think our man Jordan Silk has something to do with the Icon brand. Well fielded. That one's up. Right underneath it, just spread under the ball a little there. Was Angus McKenna. And there's a chance at the wicketkeeper's end. They get back, gee. Chaos for a little moment here. They're none for 42 with one ball remaining in this 6th over. It's just swings and roundabouts. Blaschke in again and well defended by Hovington. After 6, the North, the none for 42. Very lucky to be joined by the head of community cricket at Cricket Tasmania, Ben Smith. Great to have you here, mate.
Thanks, Tubes, and thank you for all of the work you're doing to support our event here today. It's greatly appreciated.
I'm just trying my best here. I'm doing ground announcing, I'm DJ, I'm commentating, and I'm about to announce the next bowler. Next to bowl from the River End, number 13, MJ Parbs. And I change it between commentary voice and ground announcing voice, and I feel like a bit of a tool.
No, I think you're demonstrating that all of these things can be done, and you are the man that can deliver. So, greatly appreciated.
No, I appreciate being a part of it as Parbs. Just a little short there. That's a good shot by Shepherd, and a great chase in the field by Dan Thompson, who's managed to get the ball and save it from a 4. They just run the 3, so he saved a run there. Ben, now you've been involved with community cricket for how long now?
15 years down here in Tasmania.
Really? And how long have you been the head?
All of that time.
Oh, the whole time. Yeah, of course. You don't evolve into that role, do you?
The role has changed significantly over that time as cricket has grown and the Cricket Tasmania has grown. So we've had all sorts of different combinations and permutations of staff and structures and programs. And things like this program, for example, have grown significantly in recent years. Particularly the partnership with New Horizons has been really valuable to us. They do a power of work, giving these guys cricketing opportunities, which means, it makes it very easy for us to just support what they're doing.
Absolutely. And I think the partnership's beneficial for everyone involved. Cricket Tasmania get a chance to give back to the community.
Yep.
All of these guys. Imagine playing cricket on Blunson Arena. I've never done it.
No, nor have I.
In 15 years here, and they've never got you out there.
There was a staff match some years ago, but I declined the opportunity.
In comes Parbs, a nice flighty one. He's got to the ball on the full there, nicely fielded too by Angus McKenna. Beautiful. So you run cricket across the whole state, Ben?
Our team, so our team looks after what is defined as community cricket, which is really everything other than the elite high performance programs. So
every league's affiliated with Cricket Tas?
Yep, and some of our staff administer some of those competitions, and other competitions are administered by volunteers, and we support those volunteers in what they're doing. All of the junior competitions, programs in schools, entry-level programs like the Woolworths Cricket Blast and the Junior Blaster and Master Blaster programs. So really our job is about trying to get people started in the game, and then once they're in the game, make sure that the competition they're in, the coaching that they're getting...
This one's been skied and it's dropped. Sorry to cut you off there, Ben. No. That was a great delivery from Parbs, and it just caught on the top edge of the bat and flew in the air. Unfortunately, dropped. It was a tough chance.
I reckon they'd be looking for a wicket here too, the Southern team. This is a very good partnership. That's the 50 partnership up too. Maybe a ground announcement, Tubes.
50 runs up for the North. Thanks for the prompt there, Dom. Ben.
Our job is to get people into the game and hopefully stay in the game once they're in. So, we're involved with the Veterans Cricket Association as well.
I was going to say, the one great thing about cricket is that you can play it till you really can't walk. It's a great game to be involved in.
Yeah,
for a number of reasons.
Yeah, and a tagline is a sport for all, as is evident on the shirts of these guys today. And we think cricket lends itself to being a very flexible and versatile game that anyone can play.
New bowler.
Blaschke, I believe.
But he's still Craig. He's going well. No, it is well picked up. He floats around here. I feel like he's got a permanent seat over here in the Ponting stand where he just turns up on a Tuesday.
Craig?
Yeah, he's here all the time, isn't he?
Yes, I believe he plays his footy with
Clarence.
He was with Clarence. I believe he's moving to Hobart this year. He's proudly donning a Hobart Football Club hat this morning.
Really?
So just
Gee, that's big
news for
news.
the Tasmanian sporting community.
That is big news because he was
Handy
Clarence
sports
through and
person.
through and very handy, very much.
Well, there you go. You heard it first here.
I wonder who's... delivery. Beautiful. Took out the top of middle. And that spells the end for Hovington. He's gone for 24 off 26. A good innings.
And probably just the breakthrough that the Southern team were looking for. Probably new batsman at the crease. Opportunity to build a little bit of pressure, and this game's right in the balance.
Zeb Hovington departs for 24, bowled by the captain, Craig Blaschke. The North are 1 for 52.
So 1 for 52. Next at the crease, it's the Australian representative, Justin Nylon.
Next to the crease, number 23, Justin Nylon.
There's going to be a bit of doubling up here. I'm trying my best not to do the same thing twice, but I'm doing a fair bit of it. If you're out there on the live stream, I apologise.
Send your complaints to www.tubestaylorcommentary.com.au.
Probably should register a domain, shouldn't I? That was a great delivery. Gee, that was a good
well
ball.
bowled. You hear the commentators often talking about just the length of trying to hit the top of the stumps, and I reckon that was the definition right there.
Yeah. So it looks like Blaschke's going to come over the wicket.
Around the wicket.
Around the wicket, rather.
Observation.
Sorry, apologise. Maybe I do need a bit of this red cola.
Our key player here for the Northerners, Justin, has been in the Australian setup with the ID cricket for the last 3 or 4 years.
Oh, big shout. No, down leg side.
Plays his cricket with South Launceston Cricket Club, and
Right.
is a favourite member of the club there. A favourite member of this team. He's a ripping fella, and he's had some great opportunities through this program in recent years.
We talked about his bowling.
Yeah, he lands them.
Yeah, and it rips them too.
Yep. A couple of years ago, the first time that we sent a team to the Inclusion Championships, I was fortunate enough to go across and see a couple of the games, and the first ball I saw was Justin bowling to, I can't remember the gent's name, but one of the Australian batters from Victoria, and he ran in and he bowled a perfectly pitched, well flighted leg break, and the Victorian opening batter danced down the wicket and deposited about 30 yards over the long on fence, and I thought, wow, this is the most amazing cricket I've ever seen. I didn't know what to expect, and that wasn't it.
Really?
So there was some genuine talent on show, and when you see the Aussie lineup, there's some very capable cricketers in amongst it.
So Blaschke from the Church Street end again. He's bowling well.
Yeah.
Had the 2-leg buys, and then the wicket. That's the end of the over. They're 1 for 52 after 8. So MJ Parbs continues. He's doing well. Oh, I'll tell you what, that's well kept too. MJ Parbs, his approach to bowling is superb. He's about 4 steps back from the crease. And somehow he just sits it on that spot every time. He's one of those annoying, I shouldn't say annoying, but when I was batting. Yeah. No, but when I was batting, if I was batting, I'd be like, who's this guy? What's he doing to me?
There's a little bit of Stephen O'Keefe about that approach. I'd call it efficient.
Yes.
Minimalist.
Yes, minimalist is...
unlikely to get injured.
Yeah, I like that.
But effective. Yeah, he's bowling beautifully.
So to have a bit of comparison, after 8 overs, the South were none for 55. And they are the North were 1 for 52. So we've got a game on our hands. If this goes to a super over, I'm going to spew up.
A few of the players out here, I think, will be very nervous as well. They take their cricket very seriously.
Getting a phone call here. You can take it if you need to.
Just have to manage things a little bit better, won't I? I might just have to duck out for a little second.
No, you're right, Ben. I know you've got a fair bit going on. We appreciate any time that you can spend with us here in the commentary box to give us the insight into community cricket across Tasmania. Well, that's the double call. You might have to put the off and go and take the phone call. Ben Smith, the head of community cricket, having to do community cricket things. After 9 overs, the North are 1 for 55. So Blaschke's going to bowl out here. He's pulling his men in. We've got pretty much a ring field. No one in the deep. We've got a first slip, maybe at about second, really. We've got a gully, mid-off. 2 covers. It's down leg side. So a man at cover mid-wicket too. Then mid-off, mid-on, sort of a deepish mid-wicket just inside the circle. A man at mid-wicket and just backwards a square. In comes Blaschke. This one's pushed to the onside. Gets that man at mid-wicket and it's shy at the stumps. Goes through. They get through for 1 safely. Community cricket is alive and well. The Inclusion Cup for New Horizons Tas. We're very lucky to be joined by Belinda Kiddo, the CEO of New Horizons Tas, to give us an insight a little earlier as to what it means for these folks of all abilities to be able to come and play here at Blunston Arena. An enormous opportunity. Blaschke putting in everything. He's got figures of 1 for 10 off his 3.5 overs so far. Blaschke gets this one. This one's pushed to mid-on. Fielder does well to just swat it down. They come back for two. There's a chance. No, great running by Shepherd to get back for that second run. So there's a bit of chat here. They're just looking at the ball. Might have been a handkerchief just falling out of the pocket there of Justin Nylon. Well bowled. One remaining delivery for Blaschke's spell. It's been a ripper. And 1 for 58, the North. The current run rate's 5.9. They need 81 runs to win. Oh, gee, that's just hit the pad and it slid down leg side. They get through for one. Be called leg byes, it is. And that's the end of the over. That's the halfway point of the innings. The Inclusion North side are 1 for 59. They trail by 80 runs. 81 runs required for a win. Not out at the crease, Justin Nylon on 4, not out. And Connor Shepherd's on 27. Change bowler from the River End. It's number 11, Joel Corbett. Well, that's interesting. Joel Corbett was keeping. And now he's flicked the gloves over to his good mate, Craig Blaschke. So Craig's going to sit behind the stumps while Joel has a bowl. Gee, they got that change done quick. So in will come Corbett. Looks like he's going to bowl a few little loopies. Just checking his field. He's got a man at short mid-wicket. Just in a catching position there. And now he's going to get someone in at short extra cover. So we've got mid-off, short extra cover, point. First slip. Short, fine leg, square leg, short mid-wicket, and a mid-on. Corbett bowling his nice little left arm offies. Yeah, oh, that's a well-kept. That might have been the wrong one. Just trying to get a nice look at his hands here as the ball comes out of his fist. That's just caught him there. Probably should have said as the ball comes out of his fist, not necessarily his hand coming out of his fist. Been pulled up by our producer, Andrew Harcourt, upstairs on that one, so apologies if I'm talking nonsense. Corbett in again. That one's driven. Didn't get all of it. There's a chance at the bowler's end. And a little misfield, unfortunately, for Kenneth McKenna there. Corbett in again. This time over the wicket. Pushes it out to the offside rather. To deep cover, well fielded. They get through for one. It's come off the back of the bat, I think, as that one goes down to short fine leg, and Blaschke does the fielding as the keeper. It was leg byes in the end, and that's the end of the over. Good over. Just the 3 from it. They're 1 for 62.
We gonna ride till we fall. They say we got no future at all. They wanna keep us out, can't hold us down anymore. We gonna ride till we fall. When we hit the bottom, nothing gonna stop us. Climb to the top with you. We could be the greatest ones who never made it. Yeah, I could be talking to you. They tryna hate, but we won't change anything at all. We gonna ride till we fall.
Change of bowler from the Church Street end. It's number 6, Blake Bonitcher. So good to see Blake coming back on. He retired on 37 today. And he's had a pretty reasonable start to his bowling. He's none for 14 off 2. Little shout there, don't think so. Bonitcher gets pushed to the onside. It goes to the man at mid-wicket. There's a chance at the bowler's end. If he hits, no, he's home. Great fielding. Well run in the end. Nylon gets through. Shepherd's shot out now to 28 off 25 balls. And he just clubs that one to mid-wicket, and it beats the fielder. Bit of a chase here for Sam McKibben. If he can get there, it's going to be a big effort. I think it's hit the rope. It has. 4 runs. That was just a clubbing. So Bonitcher now, how does he respond? It's a good chase by McKibben. Unfortunately, couldn't get there for the South. Again, clubbed again. McKibben's got the work to do. He just tried to get his foot to it, but it bumped over the top. There must be some sort of gopher hole out there as they come back for 3. McKibben does well. And that's good running. They get through for 3. Now, Nylon just needs to adjust his equipment a little bit here. Got the gloves off. Got something hanging out of his pocket. Bonitcher now. Into Nylon. Nylon goes bang and smashes it to mid-wicket. There's a mix-up here and they get back just. Well fielded at mid-wicket by Dan Thompson. He did well there, just got down to the ball. Smacked away nicely. Thompson does well again at mid-wicket to field. They get through for a single. That's the end of the over. They're 1 for 71. To continue on from the river end, it's number 11, Joel Corbett. So Corbett gets another opportunity from the river end. And he steps up, does Nylon. It's in the air, going back with a flight. Oh, it was a ripper effort down there. That was a tough chance. Bonitcher couldn't quite get it. So Corbett doing some work here, finding some edges. Just the one off that last ball. Going over the wicket this time, Corbett. Now they push through for one. Good pick up there, but just couldn't get the fingertips away from it. In comes Corbett again. They need to get going here, the North. They're just sneaking out a little bit. The run rate. Trail by 63. That's flighty. It's pushed away the offside. Well fielded again by Blake Bonitcher. Nylon on strike. He's popped that one up, but it's safe to the offside. The man at point just tried to get there on the bounce, couldn't quite. And they're going to come back for two. There's a real chance here. No. The throw was just wide of the stumps. Great game of cricket we're seeing here today. That's the end of the over. They're 1 for 79.
Shine on.
Got a retirement. Connor Shepherd. So Connor Shepherd's retired on 37. Next to the crease, number 10, Jarrett Lamont. We're going to change a bowler too. To bowl the next over from the Church Street end, it's number 4, Bailey Menzies. So a change bowler. Menzies has bowled 1 over, none for 7. So let's see what happens here. Jarrett Lamont played bowled really well in the first innings. Gee, that's a nice shot. He got across to the ball there, and they'll get through for one. So he's off the mark, Lamont. Of course, the Hurricanes Foundation proudly supporting today's match, if you'd like to get involved. So that one's smacked away. They'll get back for two here. It's pushed away to the offside. Nicely run in the end. 2 runs. HobartHurricanes.com.au/Hurricanes Foundation. If you want to get involved, accepting donations of all kinds. If you'd like to get involved in a volunteer perspective as well, of course you can go to newhorizonstas.org.au. Nylon just puts the foot down. There's a chance at the bowler's end. If he hits, he's out. Gee, that was tight. Great effort down there at mid-on by MJ Parps, who was right on the money. In comes Menzies again. Oh, Nick, and it's caught. Is it out? Umpire says no. He's pretty adamant there, Jarrett Lamont, that he didn't touch it. Looked close to me. Off the top of the pad, perhaps. Now, pretty confident in the field. Blaschke was up. It was well taken in the end by Blaschke because there was definite deviation. But umpire said no, it was pad. So got to slip in now. Beats the outside edge again. So our field is as such. It's a slip at about 1.5, I would say. Then we've got a point, short catching cover, extra cover, mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket and square leg. And then a deep square leg that's just behind square. That's a good delivery again. That's the end of the 14th over. They're 1 for 83 and some work to be done. Change of bowler from the river end. It's number 17, Sam McKibben. So Sam McKibben gets his opportunity from the river end. I think I held up play then. No, they're just doing a bit of movement in the field. So we've got mid-off, catching cover, extra cover, point, slip. Then we go to just forward of square, a deepish mid-wicket, a catching mid-wicket and a mid-on. And that one's a wide. In comes McKibben. Nice tall action there, and that one's down the wide side too. So unfortunately, he's got 2 runs off his bowling and has to re-bowl them too. So McKibben in again. He's bowling to Nylon. Oh, big swing, big miss. And it's through Blaschke's gloves. So buys will ensue here, but that's a good recovery from McKibben. Great to see. Going to come around the wicket. Lamont on strike. Oh, that's a good delivery. Got him in a little bit of all sorts there. A little bit of licorice. McKibben's recovered well after the first 2 balls being wides. So the run rate is out to 9.5 and over. So it's sneaking away from the north here. They need a couple of good overs. And that's a big swing and a big miss. So great bowling here from McKibben. Three balls left in his over. It's a high one. It's pushed to the onside. It gets the man at square leg. There's a chance if he can be clean with the ball, he can't be. Unfortunate stuff there for Dan Thompson, who did well to get down to the ball, but just couldn't be clean and quick and release the Kookaburra ball to his keeper because there was a chance for a run out. Played in the end. That one's going down leg side. Just pushed the man at square leg. Blaschke from the keeper position went and retrieved the ball. Of course, we've got cricket coming out our ears here today. That one slapped away and well fielded by Corbett at the cover position. And that's the end of the 15th over. They're 1 for 87. Justin Nylon retires on 16 off 29 deliveries. We've got a new batter at the crease, number 8, Hayden Hill, and a new bowler too, number 12, Mitch Mansell. It's called a no ball, so a free hit coming up here. So a free hit coming here. Can't get out. Hayden Hill. Yep, we've got umpires chatting here. So a little break in play. I might put some music on. The old shoelace tie-up issue. And we're away. So a free hit here. On an overthrow here, so they're going to come for at least one. They'll get back for a second. Leg buys, so couple there, which is good for the North. They're at 1 for 93. Well played again, nice ball in the end, right up in the block hole. So they're a little bit off the pace here, but there were some great closing overs for the North from their bowlers in the previous innings. So they're not out of it by any means. That one's wide. Called for a wide too. So some free runs here. They've got 4.2 overs. They need 43 from 26. It's doable. They just need to get a few boundaries here. Half shout. Down leg side though, I think. Of course, later on in the day, we've got the Indigenous 11 taking on the Pathway 11, the Cricket Tasmania Pathway 11 at 12:30. So stick around for that game. Some really big names getting around in that group. As that one's worked away nicely. They need a couple here. They need to get two. There's a chance here that was knocked the stumps with his pads, did Craig Blaschke. So they're both safe and they're in. And that's the end of the over. They're 1 for 99.
Take a seat, right over there, sat on the stairs, stay or leave. The cabinets are bare, and I'm unaware of just how we got into this mess. Got so aggressive, I know we meant all good intentions. So pull me closer, why don't you pull me close? Why don't you come on over? I can't just let you go. Oh, baby. Why don't you just meet me in the middle? Oh
So Hayden Hill was the departing batter. He departed for 1 off 4. Next to the crease, number 20, Alan Dengate.
Apologies there, folks. Just had a quick break to go to the bathroom. And I missed important stuff that happened. Classic tubes. Anyway, Corbett bowling just through the wicket-keeper's gloves again, and they sneak through for a bye. So very, almost desperate stuff here for the North. They nearly need 2 a ball. They need 37 off 19. And they're 2 for 103. That's well bowled. Looks like Bonitcher's back on. Great delivery.
Change of bowler from the Church Street end. It's number 6, Blake Bonitcher.
Oh, that's skied. It's going to land safe. Won't get to the boundary either, but they will get back for 2. So that's what they need. They need at least 2 every ball. So they're getting themselves into trouble. Their required run rate is 13.1. So they really need to open up the shoulders and try and go the slap. They get their 2 there. That's a big hit. That's a chance for a catch, and it's a ripper. He's got it. What a catch. He was dozing a little bit there at mid-on, but he come forward to the ball, and that's the end of Jarrett Lamont. And maybe it's the end of the chances for the North. They are 3 for 108.
Jarrett Lamont departs for 11 off 16. The North are 3 for 108.
What a catch.
Next to the crease, number 30, Jessica Holmes.
So out comes Jess Holmes. That was a very handy catch. It just caught the top of Jarrett Lamont's bat. Just wide of the stumps. It's good bowling. Swept away nicely. And well fielded. Gee, there's a chance at the striker's end. How's that? Not out, says the umpire. Gee, it was good fielding. Excellent fielding. Smart work. He's got the double hats on out there, so it's hard to field in double hats for Bailey Menzies. He's got one hat going forward, one hat going backwards. Got a little bit of Sherlock Holmes about him. In comes Bonitcher. Well played. Dengate just smacks it back to the bowler. And that's the end of the 18th over. They are 3 for 109.
Remember the words you told me, love me till the day I die. Surrender everything, cause you made me believe you're mine. Yeah, you used to call me baby, now you're calling me by name. Yeah, you just wanna know why, yeah, you beat me at my own damn game. You pushing up, pulling away from you. I give you take.
Change a bowler from the River End. It's number 16, Daniel Thompson.
So again, they're pretty standard field here. No one really in the deep. They're all inside the circle. Thompson with a floater, and it gets through, and he's called for, how's that? No. Nice bit of flight there from Dan Thompson. Got some big names coming up in the Indigenous Invitational 11, taking on the Cricket Tasmania Pathway 11 shortly. We've got, for the Indigenous 11, a couple of names that I recognise. Jack Mannix-Jeeves. Aaron Tuxworth. One's flighty again from Thompson. It's pushed away, nicely fielded. Oh, there's a chance here. There's been a mix-up. It's right at the sneaker's end. And she's gone. Unfortunately run out there. Brilliant piece of fielding there. I think it was Blake Bonitcher who did it first, and then he popped it up to his man MJ Parbs, and they got it in. It was a little bit of teamwork, and that spells the end for Jess Holmes. Run out for 1. Jess Holmes gets run out for 1. The North are 4 for 109. They need 31 off 10 balls. Beautiful bowling from Thompson. Wow. So Dengate departs for 1 as well. Alan Dengate departs for 1, bowled by Dan Thompson. Meaning we have 2 new batters at the crease. Number 7, James Roy. Number 24, Nick Carter. So Nick Carter will be on strike. It's a team hat-trick up here at the moment. There's been a run out and then a bowled. Could they get the team hat-trick? Who knows? Stick with us and find out. It's through the keeper's gloves. And they sneak through for one, and it's a wide too, so it won't go against the keeper's name. He'll be pretty happy with that, Blaschke. Another wide. So keeping them in it here a little bit. They need 29 off 8 to win. Another wide. Still 2 balls left in this over. What a strange over. We had a dot ball, a wicket, 2 wides, 1 wide, and another wide. And now, a dot ball. So that's the end of that over. With 1 over to go, they need 27 off the over to win.
Homegrown alligator, see you later. Gotta hit the road, gotta hit the road. The sonic change in the atmosphere, architecture unfamiliar. I could get used to this.
Change of bowler from the Church Street end. It's number 9, Chris Milay. So dot ball, they need 27 off 5. It's doable, but they need to hit some boundaries. Through the gate. So it's going to be a north loss, a south win. What great bowling here from Chris Milay. Apparently, if you're out there listening and you want to get good pizza, go to Perth. Chris Miali's family got the Perth Pizzeria. Go in there and tell them Tube sent you. Oh, just through. And it's going to get to the boundary too. 23 off 2. I don't think they can do it, unfortunately. It's actually Tyson Parbs who's bowling here. This is interesting. This is very, very interesting. I'm enjoying this. Come on, Tyson. Let's go. Oh, it was a quicker one too, and it gets through the gate of the keeper. Tyson Parbs is the bowler, and that's a win. So there's 1 ball to go, isn't there, according to my figures, but it's a win for the North. They win by 20 runs. Well done to the North. The North win by 20 runs. Great bowling by the North. The South win by 20 runs. Great bowling by the South. Blake Bonitcher 1 for 29. Craig Blaschke with 1 for 12. And Joel Corbett with 1 for 11. Repeating, the South win by 20 runs. Well, thanks very much for tuning in, folks. Apologies for a few little communication issues there at the end, getting a little confused as to who actually won. It was, of course, the South winning by 20 runs in the end. Player of the match, in my opinion, has to be Joel Corbett. He took 54 runs off just 40 balls, and then, of course, took 1 for 11 off his 3 overs. Dan Thompson got 1 for 4. Craig Blaschke with 1 for 12, and Blake Bonitcher with 1 for 29. It was a good effort by the North. Zeb Hovington with 24. Connor Shepherd top scored with 37. My name is Tubes Taylor. Please stick around, because coming up next we've got the Indigenous Invitational 11 taking on the Cricket Tasmania Pathway 11. Some really big names running around in that game. We've got Mac Wright, Keegan Oates, a couple of Hurricanes listed players playing for the Cricket Tasmania Pathway 11. Of course, some really talented Indigenous Tasmanians running around for the Indigenous Invitational 11 too. Aaron Tuxworth, the captain, he's one to watch, as well as Jack Mannix-Jeeves, who's coming up next. So that game starts at 12:30. I'll be joining you for that, and of course later on in the afternoon, 4:30 p.m, the ICSL Grand Final between the KLL Kings and the Tasmanian Punjabi Sports Club. We'll be back shortly.
Draw the line, I'm mad alive.
say